Hello and welcome to the last portion of week 25 of RollPlay Solum. Neal, what's going on?
So the party is walking through the graveyard at night when the caretaker Herb runs past you guys, going, "Oh my God, she's here! She's gonna kill us all!
Who?
Spider, Sphincter, whatsoever her name is, the cat woman!" He says, and at this point he's gone in front of you.
Eventually, I just get up to, like, I guess as he's running off.
Well, hold on, party. What do you do? How do you react to the gravedigger who just told you that ghosts don't exist, yelling at you that there's a ghost chasing him?
I turn and jog in the direction.
You turn and jog in the direction of the mysterious woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Zanzel, go ahead.
Eventually, I see Victoria. I'm like, sorry, I was trying to see if he knew anything else by, like, spooking him. It didn't work very well. I'm sorry about that. We should continue.
Ah, okay.
All right, cool. There you go. Party, what do you do?
They go the same place that we were going.
Yeah, where are you guys going? We never really established that.
I think they were going to look at the priest Joseph's quarters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you approach the temple from the back door leading to the cemetery, or from the front door, or from from the other side door? Has three
Always
doors.
from the cemetery, I would guess. That's where we're coming from.
Sure. You come up to the back door to this temple and give it a good old knock, or you just walk in.
Knock.
All right. Yeah, you give it a pounding. There's a big knocker there, and silence passes for a few moments. You give it another big bong, bong, bong knock, and a few more moments pass. And as you're kind of giving up, like, well, it is late. Maybe he's in bed. A kindly man opens the temple door. He's got a beard that comes down to about his chest. It's a nice white beard. He looks like he's in his 60s or 70s. He's got a wrinkled and soft face, and just sweet eyes that betray a look of pure innocence. Because my sheep, it is far too late for a normal sermon. What brings you to the temple, much less through the cemetery?
We're investigating the disappearance of Father Joseph and the Duke's daughter, so we would like to check his quarters, please.
Oh, I see. I did hear that the Duke had hired a group of outsiders to investigate this matter. Please, won't you come in?
Sure.
He leads you to Father Joseph's quarters. It is a smallish room that he had to himself. There's a table that has a couple of books stacked up on it, a couple different changes of priest robes that all look identical hanging from some pegs. And there's, a nice little bed. There's some holy symbols marking the area and some personal effects.
Leah?
Do I see a hairbrush?
You do not see a hairbrush, no.
A comb, anything like that? Do people use, like... toothbrushes?
No, toothbrush has not been invented.
Any personal hygiene item I can find, Neil?
I don't know what sort of personal hygiene items priests would have had in this point of time. Can anyone think of something that a priest might have had? Because they didn't have deodorant, they didn't have toothbrush.
Like, what I'm looking for is, like,
need to brush his hair.
Part of his body.
Oh, I understand, but...
Yeah. And hair counts.
People cut their nails back. They probably use, like, I guess a finger.
They probably use their teeth, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're probably...
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're screwed.
A sock.
Yeah,
Undergarments.
Since we asked...
I know where Neil's going with that.
Yeah. Well, since we asked to get there, I will, like, start inspecting everything, trying to see if I see anything that might help me out. Looking for hair, mostly.
Okay, so you start going through his bed. Give me a perception check.
24.
Okay. Underneath his mattress, you find a picture, and by picture I clearly mean drawing because I don't have photography back then, of a beautiful elfin woman without any clothes on.
Excellent.
I smirk and then I turn to the priest and I'm like, "Do you know this woman?"
He looks at it, frowns, snatches it from your hands, and crinkles it up and says, "Our priests do not have such things. They are only men, though. It would be most ill of you to besmirch his honor after his death."
I'm not saying it's his. I'm just asking you if you know the woman.
No.
I'm also investigating the other corner of the room, and I say, Leah, I believe that is a FAP picture. It's something that he masturbates to.
Don't disgrace the dead's body. I say, like, as honestly as I can. Even
No, it just didn't seem like you knew what that was. I was just letting you know. He jerked off his wiener to that.
Hey.
You're not pulling any punches.
I'm not yanking her around, if that's what you're asking. Look, you should be able to find some samples of, I'm guessing you need hair, in the bed, the pillow. Just go about doing that. Let's not look into his masturbatory habits or something like that. At least it was a picture of a female, am I right? Am I right, anyone? That could have been bad. Could have been a bad picture under there. Like an elven, little boy.
The head priest goes,
Yeah. I keep looking if I can find anything.
I grabbed the picture and put it in my bag. If I can.
No. The priest has it like crumpled up and threw it, and then a few moments later, like picked it up and shoved it into his sleeves.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Whether to keep it out of your hands or to keep it in his hands, you cannot say.
But we do have ESPN.
But you do have ESPN too.
As well, yeah.
Yeah.
And show.
And Spanish.
Yep.
Leia, anything else you want to do?
No. I just inspect the room for hair. If I don't find any, that's it.
Yeah, you know what? With the 24, if you're specifically looking for hair, you can find some in his bed.
So I try to sneakily just put it in my pocket, like, casually. I'm pretty sure you can do that with hair.
Yeah, not too hard.
Yeah. So I have a strand of hair. Strand of priest hair.
Whatever did you do with the comb from the daughter?
Huh?
Whatever did you do to the comb from the daughter?
I didn't do anything yet because I didn't have the spell yet when I took it.
That weighs 1 pound, by the way. Mark
Okay, but you still have the comb, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually 2.
I'm
Her
trying
hair
not
is very
to.
heavy.
I'm not putting the hair near the comb, by the way. I'm trying to keep shit separate. That makes sense.
Okay.
Right, that's it. And I'll be like, alright, I guess I will not be finding much evidence here, but thank you very much. You are a kind man.
The head priest says, if there's anything else I can do to help you in this search, I would be my honor to assist.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. If you can lend us a hand, we'll give you a shake.
He nods and escorts you guys out, this time through the front door of the temple. And is that it?
I think so.
Any ideas, guys? Or Leah, do you need time to work these spells, or what are we doing?
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. Do I have past life yet, Neil? I think I have one right now, right?
What?
I messaged you my spell, but I'm not sure if I slept to get them yet.
Well, then we'll say you didn't.
Yeah. Well, I can detect secret passages. I still had it yesterday, or today, whatever. In a cemetery. For some reason, I feel like a cemetery would be a place with secret passages where a purple woman would stand. How do you guys feel about that? It's quite random.
Yeah, none of this really makes any sense. I get the best lead we have is that man that Victorian talked about, where he said the Duke was behind it all. That makes sense logically. I don't know.
That and or the guard was poisoned somehow by this food. There's lots of different theories that we could go off of.
Yeah.
I mean, is this something where we just confront the Duke? After
I think
perhaps...
we follow all the leads. Confronting the Duke would be one of the last ones, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what.
Although
Leia can come
we
up
already do know that is the case because there's no way Neal would ever give me full plate mail. But
with. Yeah, that is very true, actually, Victorian.
I'll give you anything. You guys will be super rich. But it turns out you'll get none of it, actually. All right, Neal, I guess we're like, okay, well, let's just spend tonight walking around between here and the temple. This seems to be the crime spot. We'll see if anything happens, and if not, then tomorrow we'll investigate the Duke. We were told to ask some of the captains about this shipping of poison food. Yeah?
Okay. So, that night you kind of patrol the cemetery area, right? Or this area between the temple
and the
and
temple.
the yeah.
Well, in that area, I'm gonna do detect secret passages. I don't care. I want to try.
Okay. Well, you can get. I've done the math. You can do an area 100 feet wide. Sorry, 300 feet wide. So you can do the width, almost the full width of the cemetery, and 72 feet deep, or you can do the full width of the cemetery and 60 feet deep, and you can just like blanket one entire section of that. However, the cemetery is like 300 and some feet wide by 600 and some feet long, so you can't necessarily get a whole section.
I'll do the back section of the cemetery.
Against the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. Detect secret passages and stuff. You do indeed find a secret. There's a what is it? Not a mausoleum. You know, it's one of those big kind of buildings that you would use to hold a crypt, right? It's just like got 4 pillars that come to a nice awning over it, and down in the middle of it is this big placard that has, you know, text on it. So and so lies here, son of so and so, blah blah blah. Like, you know, gives a short sample of the person's life, and that entire plaque that is on the ground has a faint aura about it, which lets you know that it is some sort of secret passage or secret door or secret trap door or something.
And I'm like, aha! I told you, Zenzo. I told you. Follow me, people. I have something.
Okay, you approach it.
Yeah.
You have no idea how to open it.
Zenzo, any ideas? I could dispel it if it's magical.
There should be a mechanism to open it. Maybe a push there or a pull there.
Why don't you try, Mr. Engineer?
Oh yeah, could I look at it and pull an engineering check?
No, an engineering check would not give it to you.
Can I pull an intelligence check?
No.
Is there any roll
Your
that I
brain
can do?
doesn't.
There's
let you
not
figure
a
this
flat
out.
roll that will just give away the answer on how to open a secret passage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Can I take a secret passage check, Neal?
No, sorry.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to come out of Invis. I'm sorry. You're on your own. But from what I can see, there's got to be some mechanism to open that.
Smart again, I see. Let's see. Do you have any spells that could help? Maybe we can come back tomorrow.
Well, I mean, I could blow that thing up, and we could figure it out then.
I mean, we could just bang a hammer on it as well.
Yeah, that's very good too. I'm not used to these secret passage things. I don't know much about them.
Well, can I just inspect it thoroughly, Neal? Like,
Sure.
on the sides, like banging my knife against it or something?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's
the
just
magical
a
one.
metal plaque resting in the center of what you expect to be just solid stone ground, but apparently it's some sort of door, and that's all you can really tell. There are 4 pillars holding up the ceiling to this place. Each of the pillars has a little sconce in it where you would put a torch, but so you could see. But there's no torches in them now. The roof is more or less square in design and comes to a single point. And there's a little, what do you call it? One of those wind things, it's got like a steel rooster that will point the direction that, as the wind hits it, it turns to face the right way. Blah blah.
Weather vane.
Oh yeah, there we go. A weather vane. Thank you, Mr. Ryan.
Does the plaque say anything on it?
Yeah, it has a short spiel about the person who lived here.
Well,
I'm guessing if
It
you're
is
not going to
not-
tell me what it is, it's not important.
It describes the man's life. It does not give you any
Right.
clues as to how to open it. And the man seems to be some person who might have been worthy of note 400 years ago, but is clearly no longer important.
Does it say pull the sconce to enter here?
It does not.
Okay. I'll try them anyway.
You pull on all the sconces.
Sure.
Pull out, pull down, pull up, pull aside.
All of them. I
All
pull
of
it
them?
every
Go
which
each
way.
sconce,
he
you
auto
shake.
casts all the pulls.
I'm jacking it everywhere, man. Like left, right, up,
On
down.
the wrist, Neil. Anyways, doesn't matter either way.
Yeah,
Right.
every direction possible. And for
yeah,
some
you get
reason,
to
I'm
one
thinking
of
about
them.
that like elf woman I saw under the bed.
You get to one of them and you're giving it a tug and a pull, and then all of a sudden you give it a push, and it slides in, and there's a and the lid kind of lowers into the ground and just drops to
Well
form
done,
the first
Tariq.
of a many steps leading down into a crypt.
I just start dusting like all
Yeah.
the shoulders.
It's like you're an engineer. It's crazy.
All
Figure
right,
it out.
Nicely
Let's go.
done, Tariq. Let us investigate this impromptu secret place.
thank you.
Maybe we'll find the purple lady here.
Okay. It is a staircase and it leads down. You have no source of light, so you cannot see.
But Neil, I have light.
Create light then.
Should we enchant an item or should we just start a fire? Anyone?
Make me the source of light.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be the source of light forever.
Probably
Give
not.
yours-
Make my penis the source of light.
You'll have to take it out of your pants to lead the way then.
I don't do that, Neil. I grab a stick.
Okay.
All right, I cast light on the stick.
All right.
Which is not my penis.
The stick is now lit. Who carries the stick?
I carry the stick.
There you go.
Zanzil carries the stick.
I don't come out of Invis though. I just grab the stick, so it's a floating stick.
Okay. And then we go down the stairs.
Yeah, it's literally just a floating, glowing stick.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's
okay.
so weird about that, Neil? We just went down a
Nothing.
secret passage.
I was deciding I had to decide in my head whether or not it turned invisible with him or not, and I ruled that it does not.
It's a floating, invisible, glowing stick.
Cool. Who goes first?
Me, and my penis is in my pants, just as a reminder.
All right. So we go Victorian, Tariq, Spades, Zanzil,
Spades?
Yep.
Really?
Leia,
Sure.
Zanzil.
Yeah.
Well, she's in the crypt. She's dead, and she's buried here. I think is what he's
Oh
trying
God!
to say.
The
Well,
horror.
her name is still Spades in Roll20.
Yeah.
No, it's Leah
Yeah,
as well. I have
Look at the
both.
bottom. Look at the bottom. You're
Yeah.
still Spades.
It
You
says
have to rejoin.
spades. Yeah,
I
yeah.
You have
can't-
to rejoin.
Whatever.
I will be walking with my shield out.
Okay. It is a narrow passage, barely wide enough for one person to push forward alone. So your shield kind of scrapes the edges of the walls and lets out this very irritating.
All right, if it's that narrow, I will not do this.
Okay, well, you can also tilt your shield slightly. It's just uncomfortably tight, is the impression I'm trying to give across. So occasionally,
I'd like
your
to
arm or
tilt
your
the
shield.
shield slightly then, if that's
yeah, you tilt the shield slightly, and occasionally it bounce, hits things. The point is, it's a narrow chamber, and you guys make a lot of noise as you walk through it because it's so tight. You progress down the stairway for 15 feet and enter into a small rectangular chamber. It is 12 feet long, 18 feet wide, 20 feet wide. At one end, there is an altar with many different books. And at the other end is a bench.
I start reading perfectly all the books.
Damn it, if only you could read.
I start reading the books, Neil.
They seem to be holy books with about the gods. Mostly about the gods of good and neutrality.
Ryan starts jerking off the books real quick.
Just the pictures.
Just the pictures. I take the light and kind of just like go up and down all the walls in the room looking for some different like looking rock or anything like that. See if there's any other passageway out of here.
No, you don't notice anything. The only thing you really do notice is that near the altar there is what seems to be a magic circle carved into the ground. It is various types of ore interlocking in a circle that has a little what do you call it? Like kind of like, what are those blood grooves called? You know, on a good serving platter for meat, there's little grooves that allow all the juices to like flow off onto the sides so the meat doesn't sit in its own juices when you're cutting it up.
I know what you mean. I don't know what those are called. Griddles.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called either.
Something. It's basically a grill, but not a grill.
Yeah, but so there's like a little chamber that runs around the circle, around the magic circle that you would fill with a liquid or something, but it's definitely like a little canal to put something in.
Okay. Can I make a spellcraft roll or anything to see if this is a spell on the ground?
No, it wouldn't tell you if it was a spell on the ground. But
like a rune
from your
or
experience with magic and your studies, this definitely looks like some sort of magic circle where some prime component would be put into that, depending on what spell needs to be cast. You know, if you're trying to do this such a thing, you might fill it with salt. If you're trying to do that such a thing, you might fill it with blood. If you're trying to do this other thing, it seems to be multi-purpose.
Okay. Yeah, I bring that to the attention of everyone and put the light near it to show where it's at, but I don't come out of invisibility.
If we would wait, I could do some studying on this. Like tomorrow.
What could you
But
do?
right now, I could try to see if there's like any ethereal stuff, ghosts, something floating about.
Is this the
Doorways, portals?
Neil, is this the only thing that this hallway leads to?
Yes.
We could just go shut that and stay here for the night. See who comes.
We could stay here.
Whoever stays here is out doing whatever they do at night, and they'll be back.
We could just keep someone awake. I'm sure we'll hear them come in if someone comes in.
Does this place look like someone lives here? Isn't it just 3 books and a bench?
There's a bench on one side. There's an altar on the other side. There's a stack of books. There's more than 3. But now that you mention it, it doesn't look very dusty. It actually looks fairly recently swept clean.
But that's it. There's a bench and a stack of books.
A bench, stack of books, a small altar, magic circle on the ground, staircase.
Oh, I thought there was a bed. Well, if anything, the only person that would know anything about this would, at least in my experience, would be that priest. I don't. I mean,
I'm not sure if you would tell us about this though.
So,
like, it seems pretty secret.
Neil, you said that these are places to put different various reagents, correct?
You would put like a single reagent throughout the magic circle, although you would not know much of that.
Okay.
Since you are...
Well, since they said that, I will go up to the spot where you put it in, and I'll kind of like swirl my finger around it and see what the last reagent used there was.
Okay, so you dig your finger through the trench and bring it up. And there is some sort of light-colored crystalline substance on your finger.
I smell it.
There's not very much of it, and you can't get enough of it to smell to get a flavor or a taste or a figure out.
All right. I show it to Zanzel and Leia. Do you recognize this?
Do we know anything else?
It's hard to say. There's only a few grains of it left, whatever it is.
So it's a dust and not a liquid?
It was definitely a solid. It could be salt, it could be sand, it could be dust, it could be powdered something or other. It's hard to say.
Okay. I relay that to you, and this has to be some sort of ritual or sacrifice or something. It's not good, whatever it is. Perhaps a portal, maybe. I don't know.
I am on board for the staying here tonight.
Okay,
Plan.
let's do
Me
it.
too, as long as someone stays awake.
I'll stay awake.
The only thing is we can't. I gotta put this out. I gotta put this light out. It's gonna be dark, pitch black probably.
It's fine.
Why do you have to
just be
put it
ready
out?
to.
Well, I mean, if we don't put it out, then they're not gonna come in here, right?
I guess so.
Where were you gonna save it, Jeff?
Just be ready to put more light on if situations go.
Oh, okay. I don't sound very assuring when I say that.
Yep.
Okay. You guys stay there for the night.
Can I cast invisibility and sleep when I have it on, or is that
No,
impossible?
when you fall unconscious, invisibility ends.
Okay.
Turn
Cool.
cams back on.
All good then. I guess I'll still cast ESP before going to bed because I have it, like, in the general area.
Okay. You detect nothing other than the thoughts of your comrades.
What are they thinking about, Neil?
Comrades, tell us what you're thinking about.
I need to drink a potion that I know Victorian has in his possession.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
give it
he's
to him.
thinking about.
And
I
drink the
am
potion.
thinking about
Your
boobs,
penis.
probably. No, not my penis. Boobs.
Tariq, what are you thinking about?
Also boobs.
Okay. Boobs,
I'm like,
boobs, and a
God damn
potion.
it.
Tastefully, though. You know, I think of
Tasteful boobs.
equally. Well, just not just like I'm not fixated on one woman's pair of boobs. It's more like I like boobs.
All right. You guys get plenty of fresh air through the open door, and you can hear various creatures that chirp in the graveyard occasionally. You hear a hoot of an owl, the croaking of some frogs, but it's eerily silent the rest of the time. And the wind sometimes whistles in and out of your little secret area.
Alright.
But morning eventually comes, and a lot of you awake.
Okay. When we awake, can I drink that? Was that just a normal potion, Jeff, or was it an
It
extra?
says blue
healing?
potion.
Neil, were those extra healing potions or just normal healing potions?
I don't think you guys were determined which one it was. You determined that they were healing, but I don't think you determined whether they're healing or extra healing.
Well, what do I roll?
Oh, so you drink one. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking
That's why I was trying to know.
my mistake. You got these potions from who the hell did you get these?
I think we got them from the guy, the Faux Reaper guy.
Yeah. I'm looking up. Let's get his character sheet now.
I think we did ID
All right,
him though.
it is. You drink a whole full potion, right?
Yeah.
Give me 3d8 plus 3 HP.
Maybe I'll be full. 15. Is that full?
Ah, I was muted.
What?
It's not funny anymore.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Jeff, do make sure that you now note potion of extra healing.
Okay.
What is I'm at 6 plus 15, so I'm at 21. Okay, cool. All right, we continue on, I guess. Like,
Cool.
no one comes in there at all?
Yeah, no one comes in.
I guess we leave when the sun
Oh.
comes out.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna cast some stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's
What do
why
you
we
cast?
slept there. I'm gonna cast Detect Phase.
Detect phase.
Tariq appears to be unfazed.
Okay, you detect nothing.
Alright, I cast Detect Secret Passages again. But in this room.
Yes, there is a secret passage behind
Ah,
the altar.
Behind the what?
awesome.
Behind the altar.
Well. I go up to it and I start poking around.
I mean, to your eyes, it really just looks like, a series of bricks that were
I start
highlighted by
tugging
map.
and pulling like I thought Eric did earlier.
there's nothing to plug or pull other than the books and like this small altar.
Tariq, try
You
your
looked
magic
up all the
again.
books, yeah, and there's nothing.
Like Tariq, do your magic again. You figured it out
Tariq
last time.
autocasts jerking off of all objects that could be jerked off
Yeah,
in every direction.
correct.
All right. Well, he comes for you first, so prepare.
I'm ready.
And the door opens right after that. It was your dong all
Welcome to the Chamber of Magical Milk.
So
Okay.
she tried all of the books on the bookshelf.
Yeah, I mean, there's only there's a small handful of books, so you pick them all up, move them all around. They're not attached to anything.
You said it was behind an altar?
Yeah, so there's a small altar that comes out of the ground, and then there's like 2 or 3 feet behind that where someone could stand in theory, and the wall behind that is what is magical, or not magical, secret door trapped thingy.
I stand on the altar then.
You stand on it.
You said it's,
Sacrilege, but you stand on it anyway.
you said somebody could stand on the altar, right?
Behind it.
Behind it.
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
a small gap
no.
where you can stand behind the altar.
Okay, yeah. I'll stand behind the altar. I'll check under the altar for like switches or something like that.
The altar's literally just like a piece of stone that comes out of the ground, with some carvings in it, some religious carvings.
I'm not done with this yet. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you detect magic. There is no magic.
There is no magic. We
Other
can
than the
definitely
magic that you
open
already
this.
see on each other.
Yeah.
I check the altar, Neil. I start pushing it, seeing if it moves at all, if there's any kind of levers.
No, it seems like one solid piece of stone that's been placed here.
We can definitely figure this out, guys. There's no way we cannot open this passage. It is not magical. There is no reason why we couldn't open it.
You know, it's possible that whatever
It might not
reagent.
open from this side as well.
No, it must. There's no way it wouldn't.
It's possible that whatever reagent they put in the in those areas is what opens the door.
Is there anything else on the ground? Like, do we see sand on any corner of the room? You said it was previously swept, but
It looks very clean, as if it is kept tidy.
it's just rock.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want to end here? Or do you guys want to take a few more moments to try and figure this out?
I have time.
Yeah,
It's up to
keep going.
I want to try Past Life
Okay, on.
on the girl's hairbrush. Well, on the hair of the brush. Do I get any reads?
So Jen sits down in the middle of the room, casts Past Life on the hair of the daughter. You get no reading whatsoever.
She's alive.
Very good. Let's try to figure out this room, and then I have an idea for
Yeah.
you, Leah, that we're going to cancel out one of the theories.
All right.
Neil,
Let us figure out
oh,
this
sorry.
magical passage.
Neil, I walk out to the, or walk towards the entrance of this thing. Is there like sand or gravel or anything on the ground as
No.
we're walking in?
No, there's a little bit of dirt from where you guys walked in last night.
What about like at the entrance? Is there sand or gravel near it?
No. I should note that the only light lighting up this chamber down below is what leaks in from the entrance. So you're working in pretty bad lighting right now,
Okay.
just as a heads up, except for Zanzel, who's now upstairs and outside. We're in the daylight.
I don't have any salt on. Wait, do we have salt because for like salting
Yeah.
food and rations
salt.
and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have
Can you put salt in the grooves of this on the thing on the ground?
Sure. I sprinkle salt in it.
Okay, you sprinkle salt all the way around. It runs through almost all of your salt because it's a big circle. But in the end, nothing happens.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
It didn't even matter.
You tried really hard, Jeff.
Man, I love puzzles. This is-
Let me see. Neil, can I cast clairvoyance on something I have never seen, but if I know the location I want to cast it to?
Explain.
Like, if I would want to cast from behind this wall, could I cast clairvoyance even though I've never been there?
Yeah.
I would
Totally.
need to sleep.
Actually, as you're doing all this, I cast Wraith form and walk through the wall.
Oh,
You
screw
can't walk
you two.
through the wall, can you?
Gash.
Why
But
couldn't
there's a little...
I did it in the prince's room. I walked through the wall.
If there's a tiny crack, you can go.
If there's a tiny crack. Oh, shit. If there's a tiny
Yep.
crack.
Go, JP.
Oh, I've heard this argument from Neil before. God.
No, but Wraith form is like, I feel like it could work. If it's rock, it could work. If it's...
So
The wizard can pass through small holes or narrow openings, even mere cracks.
Aha!
So Zanzel can fit into even the smallest crack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go,
He gets in there deep.
Zanzel.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
happens when you're insubstantial. You know, you can just.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to say, Zanzel, in your wraith form, you start to fit in through some of these cracks along the sides, but you cannot make it all the way through to the other side. It is too closed off, but you can get in part way.
So what does
Zanzel,
that
how
mean?
far did you make it through?
Halfway. I don't know what that means.
No, I mean like literally, how far through? How thick is this door?
Do I know that?
You get at least 6 inches in, but beyond that,
Oh.
you can't penetrate that far.
All right. I pull out my
That's what
blacksmith
she
hammer
said.
and I just start hammering away at it, trying to open up cracks and shaking it.
Okay.
And I'll autocast this for as long as it takes. Neil.
Sure. You
Like
really
this.
need like a pick or something to help you get through.
I'll go. Can someone go ask Herb for a pick up there?
Well, I'm a ghost. I don't want to do that.
Quickly, Leah, run with your beautiful, graceful legs and grab a pick. She does that, and then she
Sure.
comes back, and now I have a pick, and now I'm hitting it up against the wall.
All right. So Victorians in there just pounding away at this. When you hear a voice after like an hour, you've made some good progress. You're opening up a hole big enough for people to start fitting through. You haven't gone all the way in yet, but you're making it nice and useful. When a voice comes from the top of the staircase saying, "What are you doing down there? How dare you disturb the dead?" And I think that is our ending point.
Okay. Let me actually give you guys a call back because Skype's being Skype, and I don't see the three of you.
Excellent.
So let me do that real quick.
Cool.
And while we're doing that, we're going to do some shout-outs here and close out the show. Go and turn your cameras back on. Hopefully they turn on. Yay, they turned on right away. Skype is so stupid. Except, nope, Jeff's good. All right, let's do some shout-outs. Ryan, go ahead.
All right, D&D fans, thank you all for being here tonight. It was a good week of RollPlay Solum, good day of RollPlay Solum. So I appreciate you guys all watching us. Check out all of the stuff that I do on the internets. Check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/RayuZilla. I'm going to be streaming Altus Life tomorrow, which is an Arma 3 mod. You can also check out my YouTube. I did put up an entire Battle Royale game in which I happen to be the victor. So check that out. That's youtube.com/RayuZilla. And you can also check out my Twitter, twitter.com/MLGRyan. You can follow me there for updates. Sometimes I tweet funny stuff, but not really. And you can see when I'm going live on Twitch. That's it.
Okay. I guess that's a good promotion of your Twitter. Sometimes I tweet, but not really.
He's honest.
He's honest. You get an honest Twitter account. That's what you can expect from MLG. Ryan.
It's worth the follow.
It's worth the follow. It's worth the follow. Jen, do some shout-outs.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow us at Real Roleplay. Make sure to follow me at LivinPink SC2, Facebook, YouTube, and twitch.tv/LivinPink. And follow at Rainbow Six Game because that's my job. That's it.
You.
Jeff, please continue.
Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Do appreciate it. this was a lot of fun, actually. I know that I'm going to get all the comments about Jeff looks like he's bored at the end. I'm just tired. Vegas is really tiring, guys. I'm really tired, but had a lot of fun. For me, if as usual, the spiel. Just take the time, please, if you want to support me, to follow me on Twitter, iNcontroL. Facebook, my fan page is iNcontroL there as well. And then I stream on Twitch at iNcontroL TV. Speaking of which, I'm going to take the dogs out to use the bathroom. Then I'll come back, and I'm going to do the final mission of XCOM. So if you want to see me wrap that up, check it out. And then it'll be back to perhaps playing Battle Royale and DayZ or whatever.
You want to play on the RP server with us tomorrow?
You should come join us, man.
Sure. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm down. There's that. And then we are doing Swan Song on Saturday, I believe, of next week. So
sounds right. I think that's right.
Make sure and check that out. My Twitter's freaking hilarious. And it is that, or it's obnoxious pictures of my dog, or Warhammer. So it's pretty good Twitter. It's not too drama, because that used to happen and then I get in big trouble. So I don't really do that very much. But it's pretty funny from time to time. So check it out.
There you go. Last but not least, Neal, close us out with some shout-outs.
Thank you guys for watching. My Twitter is Koibu0. Like Ryan's, it's usually okay, but right now it's pretty much just spams of vote for me at Intel, which, speaking of, you should head over to intl.gg and vote for me, and you should do that like every day from every different IP address you have access to, if you're interested in me winning INTL and then being able to provide better D&D content for Solum and all of my other shows too. So that'd be cool. Also, I am going to be doing the weekly reroll, which just recaps the shows that happened this last week, which are literally RollPlay Solum and Dicing with Death. So not that much. Both of them happened today. We'll be doing cartography, making some new maps of some new areas that are exciting. And we'll be doing Behind the Screen, where I do some DMing I do the DMing planning for my Monday live group. So if you're interested in any of those things, you should swing by twitch.tv/Koibu tomorrow and watch. And in fact, you should stick around and watch the whole thing anyway, or just leave it open in a browser tab, even if you don't want to watch, because this week's INTL challenge is a user retention. So the longer people watch my stream on average, the better I will perform. So if you've been watching my stream, or generally do, if you could just leave it open in a browser tab and go to sleep and just kind of leave it open until Wednesday, that would be awesome and help me super ton lot.
Super ton lot.
Super ton lot. That's exactly what's going on. And I do apologize. A lot of my VODs will not be available on YouTube because apparently the INTL music is copyrighted. So now my VODs are muted on Twitch.
I think they use Monster Cat. I'll help
I'm talking to Intel about it. I'm talking to Twitch about it. It's just my VODs for today are going to be a little bit delayed, guys.
Gotcha.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
And probably the ones for tomorrow too.
Understood. Cool stuff. Ryan and Jeff, I expect a video tomorrow from both of you.
That's right.
Got to get, or just donate, and I guess you could skip it. Or do both, which is probably what you should do. And then I'll be live tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern. Jeff already shouted out Swan Song. I think we're going to have Vigil on Thursday. And I don't know when we're doing R&D, but as soon as I do, I'll let you guys know. So that's it.
And we'll figure out Solemn after this, too.
Yeah, we'll figure out Solemn exactly after this, which we'll let you guys know. I was going to say when it would be, but we don't know yet. So we'll see you guys next time. That's it for RollPlay Solum. First hour is already up on youtube.com/itmeJP. We are out, guys. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Peace, guys.